Hello everybody, welcome to the 50 Plus channel. My name is Sean, and what we talk about on this channel is life after 50. So I will be discussing with you some of my experiences, some of my thoughts, and hopefully it blesses some people here. So today's topic, menopause. Menopause. All right. So here we go. After I turned 50, and I'm older than 50 now. I'm in my 50s. But when I turned 50, maybe a couple months after that, here we go. Now we're gonna talk like adults on here. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I was 49 years old, and I was having a 50th birthday party. And my menstrual cycle came a week before the party. And I was glad because I wanted to wear all white. So I had the menstrual, I turned 50. I did not have another menstrual until August. My birthday's in May. I didn't have another menstrual until August. And it was weird. It was different. I'll put it that way. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. It was different. It wasn't my normal. So I called my mother because she's a registered nurse. She's retired now, but was a nurse for like 40 years. And I told her what was going on. And she said, "Oh, baby, you're probably going through the change. I suggest you go see a doctor to make sure that's what it is. But more than likely, that's what you're going through." I told her I didn't have as much energy. And she recommended that I start taking vitamins. See, in my head, I'm still young, regardless to being 50. You know what I'm saying? So I felt insulted by her talking about that I need to start taking vitamins one a day, and that I need to go see a doctor. And I did. And the doctor confirmed that I was in my menopausal stages. Then I had another one, maybe a few months after that. So one was light and one was heavy. But that was the beginning. So we're talking about the first 6 to 8 months after I turned 50. Now, some ladies go into menopause before that. You know, and actually, now that I really think about it, the beginning stages probably started in my late 30s, early 40s, because I started having night sweats. But I ain't paying no attention. So, moving forward, night sweats. Night sweats. It started with night sweats. Excuse me. So what I did was I put a stand-up fan at the foot of my bed. And needless to say, I froze everybody out in the house. I had a girlfriend at the time. Yeah, if you can't tell, that is my preference. And I am a lady. And I'm going to talk about that in another video. But anywho, back to the story. I would freeze her out. And when my relatives came down to visit, I'm in the Atlanta area, my relatives would come down to visit and stay with me, and I would freeze them out. And that was how I had to cope. The temperature had to be cool. Then on top of that, so it went from night sweats to just outburst of sweat. I would be at the grocery store in line, and I would just break out in a sweat. And that is so embarrassing to me. People looking at you and asking you if you're okay and stuff. And sometimes I would just leave out the store. Or if I started noticing that, I could tell when it was getting ready to come on. And if I didn't get through that line quick enough, I'm leaving out. It was just embarrassing to me. So now where I'm at with it is that depending on the situation, if it's an older lady, most of the times, if she's looking at me all crazy, I say, "Hey, don't pay me no mind. I'm going through the change. I'm having a hot flash." And there's the conversation right there. Because she already knows she be like, "Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I got a neck fan." I say, "I got two of them, a white one and a black one." It is what it is. It is what it is. Because truth be told, I'm blessed to even be in my 50s. Because a lot of my friends and people that I knew did not make it this far, including my child, which I will make a video about that as well. But it is a blessing. And so I have embraced it. And I'm going to tell you another thing. And this is something I never thought I would say. And I mean, never thought I would say. I would rather have a monthly than to go through menopause. I would. I don't like being hot all the time. I don't like bursting out in sweat for no reason. I like to wear what I like to wear. And it's not always t-shirts. You know, I'm from Detroit. Yeah, I live in Atlanta. But in Detroit, we wear leathers and furs and sweaters, and we wear things that look really nice. And boots. And I mean, as soon as you say Michigan, everybody think it's cold all the time. It's not cold all the time in Michigan. It's just that when we have winter, we really have winter. It'd be freezing. Probably not as bad as Chicago. Anywho, it's summertime. In the summertime, we go swimming and we go boating. Somebody down here asked me, "How come don't black people don't go boating?" I was like, "Are you from here?" They said, "Yeah, I'm from Atlanta, born and raised." I said, "That's why you don't see nobody boating. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. We're surrounded by 5 Great Lakes." So with that being said, there's water everywhere. There's rivers, there's streams, there's lakes, there's all these different big bodies of water that look like an ocean in some places. Anywho, I like wearing what I like to wear. Going through menopause restricts me. Yeah, I've accepted it for what it is, but that doesn't mean I like it. So I have tried many over-the-counter medications. I was recently told that I could go to a doctor and get something prescribed to balance out my hormones. That's the next step right there. I told myself I would be completely transparent. I am 56 years old, and this has been going on for 6 years. And I was told that it can go 10 to 12 years. Yeah, I'm not having it. If there's anything that I can do, I'm not going the rest of those 6 years like this. You have mood swings, but mostly all that damn sweating. Jesus. Spelled with a G-H. So that is one of the things that you, as a woman, deal with in your 50s. I do know women that have not had to deal with it. They've either had hysterectomies or maybe it's not as severe. I break out in sweats. And on a spiritual level, thinking back, I may have spoke it into existence. Yeah, it is hereditary, but I confirmed it because my dad sweats a lot. And I love my dad so much, I always wanted to be as much like him as I could. And when I saw him sweating out, oh, I sweat like my daddy do. Okay. Your grandmother had real bad hot flashes. His mother. Only back then, they didn't really know what it was or what caused it. My dad shared with me that she used to like to wear pantsuits, and she went from that to cut off tops and skirts, which was very different for her. And she would just be hot and sweating all the time. And when I told my dad, you know, well, he was one of the people that came and visited me, and I froze him out. And when I explained to him what was going on, he said that your grandmother went through the same thing. Only back then, we didn't know what to call it. So she had it real bad. My dad just sweats real bad anyway. And I just solidified it. Like, yep, I sweat real bad. Now here we go. Well, now I'm going to speak some other stuff into existence. My pH levels and everything, my hormones are balanced. And I am going to take the measures and steps to make sure they're balanced. Now, if you are one of those people that say, well, it'll be over in 5 years, that's on you. Again, I've accepted growing this old. I feel blessed and highly favored. Well, I gotta do something about this. Anywho, that's pretty much all I have to say about menopause. So thank you for tuning in. Look for some of my other videos. I have some perspectives on quite a few topics. Economy, drug addiction, losing a child. There's much more to come. So you guys be blessed and have a good day. Bye.